must be tired from work. Sorry. Huh?
Huh? Oh god, what sins did I commit in a past life to end up with my sister as my group date partner? I, Minoru Suzuki, and my sister Mio Suzuki looked at each other like we had just seen a horror movie. How did this happen? My sister is 2 years older than me, and we attended the same school from elementary to high school. However, we never went to and from school together and barely interacted. We hardly spoke at home either. That's how real siblings are. There's no doting big sister who adores her little brother here, unlike in love stories.
Hey, isn't that Mio-senpai's little brother? He looks so different in person, doesn't he? Totally. Even though his sister is this cool beauty, he's kind of plain.
There they go, saying whatever they want again. Many people respect my charismatic and talented sister, who has a lone wolf image. On the other hand, I'm just average. Not only students, but even teachers compare me to her, and I was sick of it.
Excuse me, I need to get through. Mio-senpai, sorry. Mio-senpai spoke to me. I've used up all my luck for today.
What?
You're just going to take that? That's lame.
What? My sister's comments have always been like this. We were closer when we were kids, but that feels like a distant memory. Time passed, and in the fall, when I turned 19, I decided to drop out of the university I was attending for personal reasons. I've already taken care of the paperwork, but I've wasted the entrance fee and tuition. I'll work to pay it back.
What are you talking about? There's no need for that. But are you sure about this?
Yeah, I've made up my mind. Don't worry, Mom.
Minoru? Hey, are you serious about dropping out of university? You got in on a scholarship and you're just going to waste it?
My sister had recently returned home after moving to the city, and as soon as she saw me, she started talking to me like this.
Nothing good comes from rushing into things. No matter how hard you try, sometimes it's just not going to work.
Shut up! Her harsh words made me snap and get emotional. The first time she spoke to me in a while, and it was just insults. I've made my decision. Just leave me alone.
Fine. Do whatever you want.
Since then, my sister and I haven't spoken a word to each other and stopped seeing each other altogether. Then, in September of my 25th year, a terrible group date began, sparked by a call from a certain senior. Hey Suzuki, the dropout! It's been a while. You must be free on the weekends, right? Tanaka-senpai. His name is Sonemi Tanaka. He was the head of the club I was in during my university days. We're having a group date this Saturday, so you're coming too. I've got my eye on someone, so you better help out. What? You contacted me after all these years just for this? I'm doing you a favor, you know. Oh, and that Ito Yuki is coming too. That's... Tanaka-senpai used to pick on me a lot during university, and often made sarcastic remarks. When I told him I was quitting the club because I was dropping out, he laughed his head off. I don't like him, to be honest, and I don't want to see him. But when he mentioned that woman's name, I couldn't help but be at a loss for words.
Hey Tanaka, don't be mean to your juniors. Bad. Minoru, you've got to speak up if you don't like something. It doesn't matter if they're older.
Yes. That was Yuki Ito, who stood up for me. I think she was the same age as Tanaka-senpai. She was gentle and kind, and I've never forgotten her even after all these years. She was my first love. Then, on Saturday evening, I entered the bar where we were meeting up, feeling anxious as I sat down. Hey, long time no see, Minoru! Hearing that voice, I brightened up. It was Riku Takahashi, a senior who was a year older than me and was in the same club in college. In other words, most of the participants today were from the same university. You're obviously here for Yuki-senpai, right? You've got pure intentions. You've been calling her by her first name since back then, haven't you? We agreed not to bring that up. Too subtle so it didn't get through? What a wimp. You're still such a cute junior. But I would also be happy if you're here just to see me. Ow, why the paper fan? In this world, there's no doting big sister protagonist. And there's no need for an overly close pretty boy either. I'm rebelling against all the typical love tropes. What kind of nonsense rebellion is that? Why are you two making such a ruckus like you're at a zoo? Takahashi, you seem to be having more fun here than at work. Then, Tanaka-senpai showed up with Yuki Ito and another unfamiliar woman. Yuki-san! Oh, Tanaka-senpai. It's been a while. Wait, what was that about work? Oh, Tanaka and I work at the same company. We're both sales reps for a seafood processing company.
Minoru-kun, you seem as energetic as ever.
Yuki-san smiled at me as I scratched my cheek, feeling shy. The woman sat down, making casual small talk. Huh? Wasn't there supposed to be one more person? I thought there were 6 of us.
Oh, she's running late because of work, but she should be here any minute.
As soon as Yuki finished speaking, the bar door opened, and we heard footsteps hurrying toward us.
Oh, she's here! Mio, you must be tired from work. Sorry. Huh?
Huh? Oh crap, it's my sister? Back to the beginning. We widened our eyes in shock, but my sister quickly composed herself and glared at me with a look that said it all.
Stay quiet. Don't move. Pretend we're strangers. If they find out, you're dead.
I signaled back with my eyes, and my sister sighed lightly before sitting down.
What's wrong? You seem tired. Yeah. My high school club members were practicing late. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, so you're a high school teacher? Must be tough. Thanks for making time to join us. My sister, who is a teacher, is busy every day. She's 27 this year. Even my cool sister is looking for a relationship now. Despite her busy schedule, she made time to join this group date, only to find her little brother here. If the others found out, what would happen? Naturally, the entire conversation would revolve around our ridiculous encounter. I absolutely want to avoid that. Fortunately, no one seemed to notice anything strange about our behavior, so we started introducing ourselves.
Oh, by the way, Minoru-kun and Mio both have the surname Suzuki. What a coincidence.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Apparently, Suzuki is the second most common surname after Sato in Japan. I've heard that when people with the same surname marry, the paperwork is easier. Maybe I should smack him with the paper fan again.
Leave it to Watanabe. She's into fortune-telling and has even mastered it to the level of sorcery.
The other participant, Watanabe-san, speaks up. Did she just say something ominous?
I just did a reading. You two share a deep connection. It goes beyond being lovers. Almost like family.
That's because we are actually blood-related family.
Huh? So you two are super compatible? I don't think I can compete with that. Nope, nope, nope. Please stop, please stop, please stop!
Heh, what a load of nonsense. Tanaka-senpai slammed his beer mug down and cursed. The lively conversation came to an abrupt halt. For the first time, I felt grateful to him. Mio-san, you should stay away from this guy. He's no good.
Huh?
The truth is, he dropped out of university. No guts at all, right? He's good at sucking up to people, but now he's just working at a small workshop to make some pocket change. Isn't that right? Tanaka's blatant sarcasm made me frown. Dropping out aside, belittling my job was infuriating. And from the way he's acting, I guess I was right. He's after my sister. He probably thought belittling me would make him look better. But in reality, it's the kind of behavior that people look down on.
Is that so?
My sister pulled a bill from her wallet and slammed it on the table.
I'm leaving.
Wait, what did you say?
I'm tired, so I'm going home.
What? But why so suddenly? Wait a minute! Tanaka-senpai tried to stop her with a few words, but she ignored him and walked out. The group date fell apart after that. and we soon dispersed. Fortunately, I started exchanging messages with Yuki-san again, and we made plans to meet up later. And then... What? You knew we were siblings?
I kind of guessed when I saw how Mio acted when she left. And when I asked afterwards, my suspicion was confirmed.
Ugh, how embarrassing. Should I tell Takahashi-senpai too?
That sounds fun. Like a hidden camera reveal. I bet Takahashi-kun would love it. Mio and I hit it off when we met through work. I work for a company that plans education-related events.
Listening to Yuki-san's story, it seems like my sister is still cool and working hard.
When we were out for drinks, Mio told me about her little brother. So that was you, Minoru-kun.
So I guess you didn't hear anything good about me.
Huh?
My sister and I have never been close, and if anything, I think she hates me. She's always so cold. She probably complained about me to you too. That's even more embarrassing.
No, she didn't complain at all. In fact...
It's okay. Sorry for making you worry about it. Yuki smiles awkwardly, and that's where the conversation about my sister ended. After that, Yuki-san and I continued to meet a few times a month. It's so hot. The heat is still lingering. 2 months later, today was my father's first death anniversary. By the time the memorial service ended, the sun was starting to set. On top of that, our mother asked my sister and me to go shopping, so we reluctantly changed and went to the supermarket. Do you need anything else?
We're good. Let's get home quickly.
She's still so cold. Huh? Mio-san? What the hell? Why is Suzuki here? And wouldn't you know it, we ran into Tanaka-senpai, dressed casually, right outside the store.
You're... Yoshida, right?
It's Tanaka! But why? I got your number as the organizer, but you haven't responded at all since then. Oh, that's because Tanaka-senpai didn't know. Sorry for not telling you. The truth is, we're siblings. Suzuki, so you're into role-playing? Because the fortune teller said you two were like family? No, that damn sorceress! By the way, Watanabe-san apparently went to Romania to master fortune-telling. But that's another story. Seeing that we weren't getting anywhere, my sister stepped forward.
Minoru and I are siblings. We didn't know we were both attending and didn't want to ruin the evening, so we stayed quiet.
What? Come on, Mio-san, you can't be serious. If you're going to lie, at least make it believable.
Excuse me?
You two don't even look alike. It's like comparing heaven and earth, the moon and a turtle, or gourmet meal to instant ramen. There's way too much of a difference. At least I want it to be compared to a Moss burger. Ridiculous! Mio-san is a teacher at a prestigious school. And you? You dropped out of university. And do you actually even work?
Shut up.
My sister cornered Tanaka-senpai against the wall, her face a terrifying mask of anger. The pressure made him cower like a small animal.
I said we're siblings and that's that. It's none of your business, so shut up. Minoru is working just fine. Don't act all high and mighty when you don't know anything. It's disgusting.
My sister has always been the rough talking type, which is why she keeps her words to a minimum and maintains a cool image. Whoa, I haven't seen this side of her in a while.
Minoru dropped out of university to take over our late father's workshop. Back then, our father was diagnosed with a serious illness and given a limited time to live. It was a disease that gradually took away his ability to move. So before he became completely unable to work, Minoru decided to take over.
What? Our father was a craftsman who specialized in traditional glasswork from the region. Neither my sister nor I had any intention of taking over the workshop, and our father respected that decision. I was studying mechanical engineering, and my sister wanted to be a teacher. But when his illness was diagnosed, our father let slip his true feelings. It's hard to see the workshop I've built over the years just gather dust. Dad? The thought of losing someone important made me feel I had to carry on my father's work. I've made up my mind. Don't worry, Mom.
Minoru, thank you. I'm sure your father can rest easy now. Really? Thank you so much. Nothing good comes from rushing into things. No matter how hard you try, sometimes it's just not going to work. Are you really going to give up on the dream you've always had and walk such a difficult path?
Shut up! Even now, I continue to create works in the workshop, carrying on the skills my late father taught me.
Minoru is capable. Many people compared him to me and looked down on him for some reason. He got into university on a scholarship and worked hard every day, dreaming of developing IoT products at a major company like Lovekoi Corporation. But he gave up that dream to honor our father's wishes. I couldn't do it. I didn't have the courage. That's why I respect my brother. I don't show it because it's not my style to be all affectionate.
So that's why you were always called the lone wolf at school, despite being popular.
Huh? There were too many people gossiping about my family. It was annoying. Wouldn't that bother anyone? But you just let them say whatever they wanted. It was so frustrating that I decided to become a teacher to change that environment.
So even in high school, she didn't hate me. She just didn't like how others treated me, which made her act cold. She took up her job because of how she felt back then. She's been thinking about me this whole time. That's what happened, huh? I'm really sorry. I misunderstood everything. I just wanted to get closer to Mio-san, but I went too far and acted like an idiot. Tanaka-senpai was completely deflated, desperately stringing together words that sounded good. Get closer. Oh yeah, you were after my sister, but that's going to be a little difficult now. Huh? Ah, there you are. Hey, over here. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm here to pick you up. The person who got out of the fancy car was Takahashi-senpai. Why is Takahashi here? Hey, Tanaka-senpai. I've recently gotten close to the Suzuki siblings. Today's kind of an extension of that. Since I started contacting Yuki-san and Takahashi-senpai after the group date, I explained the situation with my sister to him. Instead of being put off, Takahashi-senpai was intrigued and asked me to introduce him to my sister, which I agreed to do. I prefer women who are a bit cold. Your sister is reliable, so she's perfect for me. Wait. So Mio-san, what about me?
Well, unlike some other people, he doesn't badmouth my family. He's actually considerate and dependable.
My sister didn't seem entirely opposed to the idea. While I was anxiously waiting for your response, when did this? Oh, I heard from Yuki-san, Tanaka-senpai. You were pretty greedy with this group date, weren't you? You saw Mio-san on Yuki-san's social media and fell for her at first sight. You begged Yuki-san to set it up for you, didn't you? Gah! And you tried to make Minoru your foil on the guy's side, didn't you? You were jealous because Minoru was popular back in university, so you thought you'd get revenge after all these years, huh? Tanaka-senpai's face first turned pale, then slowly began to flush red. Huh? Why me all of a sudden? You didn't notice? When you joined the club, everyone was buzzing about you as the scholarship student. But you didn't let it get to your head. You were humble and kind. The girls loved you for your calming presence. What the hell is that? Well, you dropped out in your first year, so you probably didn't notice. So that's why Tanaka-senpai always made sarcastic remarks toward me. It was just jealousy. But you dropped out, and after that, I didn't hear anything about you. I thought I was winning. Sure, I'm not working for a big company like you, and it's just a small workshop. But the people in the community appreciate me, and I'm satisfied, so I take pride in my work. You can laugh at me all you want, but I want you to take back those words that insulted my important work, okay? Tanaka-senpai's eyes widened as if realizing the difference in her maturity, and his shoulders slumped in defeat. There's no excuse. I'm sorry. I tried to bring you down because of my stupid pride. I was wrong. Then Tanaka-senpai slowly raised his head and walked away, looking defeated. After that, I never heard from him again. I lost to Takahashi in sales again this month, and even to the other guys. Why am I losing to them? 1 month later, Tanaka-senpai was still dissatisfied with his job. No, I'm losing because there's something I'm lacking. I have to accept that as a fact. Tanaka, that's unusual. Normally, you'd be furious like a demon when you see the sales figures. Manager, I realized I've been judging things by a narrow-minded scale. I'm such a fool. So I've decided to change. I'm gonna turn over a new leaf and work hard. I see. I respect that resolve. People shine the brightest when they change. Huh? Then I'll teach you all the secrets passed down in our sales department. Your training begins now. Kazuo Ichizuri, a manager at Lovefish Corporation, where his nephew is the president, seems to be a musclehead. Tanaka-senpai's screams echoed loudly from the building. I wish him luck in his redemption, but that's not my concern. And so, my sister and I still don't keep in touch, but Takahashi-senpai says she's doing well.
Oh, so it's still the same. But I think Takahashi-kun and Mio make a great couple.
After that, my sister and Takahashi-senpai started dating and are considering marriage. But Yuki-san, you knew how my sister really felt about me, didn't you?
Yes. Sometimes Mio would talk about her brother, but I was surprised when I realized it was you, Minoru-kun.
Even so, she respected the distance between us and chose to watch over us. As I was feeling grateful, Yuki-san squeezed my hand tightly, as if she had something on her mind.
But I'd be happier if we were closer and sweeter than that.
Closer and sweeter? Well, I'll do my best. From an outsider's perspective, my sister and I may seem distant, but we respect each other. That's why she stood up for me when I was being looked down on, and I'd like to help her out if she ever needs it. It's okay to have that kind of distance, and I'm sure Yuki-san and I will also find our own way to be close.